Hi class, how are you today? That's great! Alright, today our learning target is going to solve algebraic equations. Alright, so the first type of equation we're going to deal with is the two-step equation. To solve this, first thing you will do is sort of the opposite of the order of operations. And you're going to undo the addition or subtraction first. And to undo the addition or subtraction, you do the opposite. So we have 5x minus 6 here. To undo it, you will add 6. And you do that to both sides of the equal sign. So, on the left side, the minus 6 and the plus 6 cancel each other out. So they're now gone. We just are left with 5x on the left side. And on the right side, 29 plus 6 is 35. Now we just have 5x equals 35. 5x, remember, is the same thing as saying 5 times x. So we want to do the opposite. The opposite of multiplication is division. So we will divide both sides by what x is being multiplied by, which is 5. So again, the 5's over here cancel to leave just x equals 35 divided by 5 is 7. So we know x equals 7. And now that we know x is 7, we can even go back and see if we did it right and just plug it back in. So we know that 5 times x is 7, so 5 times 7 minus 6 equals 29. Let's see if it works. 5 times 7 is 35, minus 6 equals 29. 35 minus 6 is 29. That does indeed equal 29. So, if you find out what x is, you can plug it back in, and if you get some number equals the same number, then you did it right. And you can do that on any problem where you're solving equations. You can go back and see if you actually did the problem correctly. Alright, let's do another one like this. So again, the first step is to undo the addition first. So we will subtract 7 from both sides. Again, the 7's will now cancel to leave x over 4 equals negative 1 minus 7 is negative 8. And then x is being divided by 4, so we do the opposite. And we multiply both sides by 4. On the left side, the 4's cancel to leave just x. And negative 8 times 4 is negative 32. And again, we can go back in and check to see if we were right. So, negative 32 in place of x divided by 4 plus 7 equals negative 1. Negative 32 divided by 4, well, that would be negative 8 plus 7. Negative 8 plus 7 is negative 1. And that does indeed equal negative 1. So we did it right. Good job. Alright, so what happens if you have multiple x's in an equation? Well, we talked about this before. We combine like terms. If all of the x's are on the same side of the equal sign, so notice that both 2x and 8x are both on the left side of the equal sign, you can add them together, even though there's a 6 in between. So you just say 2x plus 8x will give you 10x, and the plus 6 just stays there, equals 76. Now it's just like the two-step equations we were dealing with before. We undo the addition, subtract 6, the 6's cancel to leave 10x equals 70, and then undo the multiplying by 10, so divide by 10. 70 divided by 10 is 7, so x equals 7. So now what if the x's are on opposite sides of the equals sign? If they're on different sides of the equals sign, we need to get them together. So to do that, we will undo the addition or subtraction that's happening to them. So we see we have an 8x on the left side and a 3x on the right side. So we need to get the 3x over with the 8x. So it's a positive 3x, so we will subtract 3x from both sides of the equal sign. So here, the 3x's will cancel, and we have 8x minus 3x is 5x. And everything else we had drops down. So plus 15 equals, the 3x is canceled, so we're just left with negative 20. That was a minus 20, so you have to keep that negative sign still in there. Then, now once again, it's just like a two-step equation. So undo the addition, subtract 15. The 15's cancel to leave 5x. And we have negative 20 minus 15. Remember, they're the same sign, so you add them and keep the signs. So, negative 35. So then, undo the multiplication here, divide by 5, and we are left with x equals negative 7. Alright, so the final way of solving equations that we're going to use is the distributive property. Remember, we talked a bit about it a few classes ago. With the distributive property, if you have a number in front of a set of parentheses, so we have a negative 3 there, you multiply it by every term inside the parentheses. So you take the negative 3 and multiply by the x, but also by the negative 7. So negative 3 times x is negative 3x, and negative 3 times negative 7, remember that's a negative 7, will give you a positive 21. So plus 21 equals 12. Now, once again, it's a two-step equation. Undo the addition, so subtract 21, and you get the 21's cancel out to leave negative 3x. Now 12 minus 21, we have different signs here, so subtract the two numbers and keep the sign of the bigger number. So you treat this like 21 minus 12, which is 9, but the bigger number is a negative, so it's a negative 9. So we have negative 3x equals negative 9. Undo the multiplication, divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3, and we have x equals a positive 3. Because a negative divided by a negative is a positive. Alright, so that's it for the lesson today. I will see you back in class next class. Remember to take notes on this, and I will check it when you come to class.